toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Patterson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will have the football first. And, David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Clemson's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Lopez wants to fire. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
This is a designed run. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Turning on the Jets. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looking for blockers. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wilson will throw. Finds his tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. On his way back from the 20. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback adapting. Caught behind the line. It's Davidson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Dumps it to the back. Got a man. It's Davidson. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He'll take it himself. Makes a man miss. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Under fire. Got it set up on the outside. Inside the 35. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll try the right side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Lopez to pass. Here's a heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up. The corners are walked up tight. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Kentucky going quickly.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
The give on the option. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
Wilson to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its... There he goes! Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. DB's right up on the receivers. Got it in the middle. It's Zimmerman. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Wildcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Let's go! A 1st down run on the doorstep. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The run up the middle, looking for the score. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Bringing the heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Absolutely center cut. And with that, they've taken the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a top 5 battle with enormous ramifications all across football. Here's the latest. Michigan is getting smoked. This is unexpected. This is alarming. And I've been on social, and their recruits are definitely taking notice. They're trailing by 14 to TCU. Much more on this top 5 matchup should anything change. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now they'll run it on the toss. He has the 1st and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line.
Yeah, stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got his man on the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Lopez wants to fire. He fires a bullet to the right.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Clemson jumps to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw again. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield.
Third down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, third and short, now set up in a first and goal situation.
Clemson will come to the line with a first and goal. Gets it out quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't work on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 8. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Hold and fire complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Wilson will throw. Release to the back. Found a seam. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off-play action on first down. Throws to the tight end. On target over the middle. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Lopez to pass. He unleashes a long one. Touchdown, Clemson! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with him.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off the play fake. He's got him this time. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
It's caught downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion, like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
And the Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Lopez wants to fire. It's complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. They they've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Clemson's offense will go on the attack first. Snags a quick pass on the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Tight end now in motion. Lopez to pass. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The play action fake. Slings it downfield. On target to the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Good timing on the quick out. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Makes the grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second, looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Kentucky's offense will take the field for the first time. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pulls it in on the right. He's loose. The tag. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Lopez wants to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Wants to adjust the pattern. They want to throw it. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. Great place to start for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The Wildcats headed quickly to the line. Off play action. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on third and long. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Wildcats! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Lopez to pass. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Now the play fake. He spins that thing down the middle. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Floating away. On the run deep down the right side. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Makes the catch. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Trying play action. He's got it still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Just keep slinging it. Get it out on the screen. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him?
Touchdown, Clemson! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wilson to pass. The sure hands, it's smart. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out route.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Pulls it in. It's Zimmerman. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23. It'll be 3rd and long. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the 1st half, but he got too aggressive, and he should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner will be dragged down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half. Turning it on! Bulldozes his way through. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Quick strike complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Finds his man. It's smart. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Kentucky right back to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. To the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Open space at the 25. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky. The extra point here would tie the game. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. The short hands, it's Davidson. Crosses the 40. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. He's going for it all. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Clemson. And that one will give them the lead.
one of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Snags it quickly on the left. Ran through the tackle and he's got room. He smashes his way through again. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play and it's right back at them. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wilson will throw. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Let's go. This time he's got it. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Kentucky going quickly. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Right down the boulevard. The lead now trimmed to 28-24. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. South Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Columbia, one of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Stanford. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wilson to pass. Gets it to the back. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Patterson. He is stopped well short of the 1st down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. It's good. That'll cut the lead to 1, 28-27. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Going right to work up top. Hauls it in. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Scanning the field, it's Denson. He slings it deep to the left. He's got it for a big play. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Finds his man. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Looks as if he's going to run it. Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down... If they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. He couldn't do it on that last play.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Snags it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
They'll move the tight end. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. The give and tick, 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 tick. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with this 2nd and goal. They send the tight end in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he makes the extra point. And here's the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. Wilson will throw. That's caught. It's Patterson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Kentucky right back to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pucks it out of the air. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Makes the catch. It's Zimmerman. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense. Looking for space. It's Davidson. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll pitch it. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! Excellent path by the back on the option. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wilson to pass. Pressure coming. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the defense is able to go out and shut the door. They put the clamps down. They've got a big lead, and with that fumble, they're going to win the game. You've got to give this defense credit for finishing.
He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Clemson! And the stomping has commenced. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Fires to the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football.
He's going for the big play. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said